Hello and welcome again to another edition of Minutes with Mez. Before we get started from news at the high school, I'm joined by two special guests today, and we just want to talk about something pretty remarkable that happened about a week and a half ago. Joining me today are Julia Murphy and Paul Michelon. Julia is a junior here at Cameron High School. Paul's a senior. And pretty neat for those of you that didn't know, Julia and Paul are power lifters. So first off, why don't you tell me how you guys did at the state competition?
I'll go first, yes. I competed and I took first at the state competition.
I competed and I got third.
Pretty phenomenal stuff. How did you guys get involved in powerlifting?
Well, Mr. Rideout kind of, I think, got us both involved, and he was coaching us, and yeah, that's
Kind of the same for you, Paul?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. And another thing I'm curious about, when you do your competitions, like state competitions, are there certain lifts that you have to do? Is there a number? How does a competition work? What are the types of lifts you have to do?
The three lifts that we do are a bench press, a deadlift, and a squat.
Okay. And then is it whoever lifts the most in each individual event that wins, or do they combine everything together? How do they do that?
They combine everything. Whoever lifts the most out of all three wins.
Okay. Very cool. Well, I don't want to take a ton of your time because I know, Julia, you've got lunch and Paul has study hall, but I wanted to talk to you and just kind of share kind of a neat thing. It's not powerlifting. It's not one of those sports that you'll see listed as an official sport, but it's one of the many different activities that kids here at the high school get involved in. So thank you very much for joining me today, Julia and Paul. And
Thank you for
Julia,
having us.
we look forward to seeing you next year on the powerlifting circuit again.
Yep.
So, okay. We have a rather short list of announcements coming up at the high school. Probably the most prominent one, and many of you have already gotten the notification, our snow makeup days. We had 2 snow days built into our calendar. We've had 4 so far, so we have 2 to make up. Many of you already know we're going to make the first one up on Wednesday, and I'm going to check my date here so I don't get it wrong. Wednesday, the 28th of March. That's next Wednesday. Originally, that was going to be a vacation day. We will now have school that day. The second snow day was supposed to be made up on Thursday, the 29th of March. However, you should have received notification from the school that Thursday, the 29th is still going to be a vacation day. What the district is going to do to make up the time, at least at the middle school and high school level, is instead of our school day starting at 8:15, school will start at 8:05. And we will start that the Monday we come back from Easter break, which would be Monday, April 2nd, I believe. So starting that Monday until the end of the year, the school day here at the high school and at the middle school will be 8:05 until 3:25. So we're going to make up our state required instructional minutes by starting school 10 minutes early. So again, there will be school on next week, Wednesday, and I got to keep looking because I don't want to mess up the date. Wednesday the 28th, but there will be no school next week, Thursday the 29th. We're going to make that up with the 10-minute increments. So that's probably the biggest news from the high school. Just a few other things coming up in the spring. We have some more state-required testing that will be done. On Thursday, April 5th, all of our sophomores will be taking what's called the Wisconsin Forward exam that will test the subject area of social studies. Many of you may remember the old Wisconsin Knowledge and Concepts exams, the WKCE exams that kids took in 4th, 8th, and 10th grade. This Wisconsin Forward is the leftover for 10th graders at the high school. So our students will be taking that April 5th, so it's very important that all of our sophomores are there that day. And then later on in May, we've got Aspire testing coming up for our 9th and 10th graders. So very busy, exciting time of year. I know we've got all of our spring sports are off and practicing. We've got baseball, softball, golf, track. So we'll probably have some of those people come on later and talk about different things coming up from the sports realm. But excuse me, that's pretty much the big news is that snow makeup day, the way that we are handling that. And so that's what we've got from the high school, and I look forward to talking with you again next month.